Hello. So today we're looking at how to paint Yncarne. So we primed the model black to start off with, did the white highlight as I usually do, and now we're using the hex glitch in purple all over sort of the body, just to to give this model one of its main colors, which is purple. Yep. So you're just doing that all over the model. It can be quite tricky to do that, but it is what it is. Yeah, so the next colour that we're using is Warlord Purple from the Vallejo range, and we're using this just to highlight the purple that we've already done. Now this does have a bit of a pink tint to it, but I wanted to use the same colour that I've used on Ynarri, so basically it matches her, because all three models, the Vizark, Ynarri and Yncarne, have got a match, so I thought I'd use very similar colours. So for this turquoisey colour, we're using Caribbean Blue from Scale Colour, and we're just literally doing that all over the model. On the base, once again we're using the airbrush, and we're using Sand Beige from the Vallejo range, and yeah, we're just doing that on all the stony bits, and it doesn't matter if you get it, if you get some on the turquoisey bit, it's not going to matter too much really. So for the hair, we're using a white, I think it's dead white from Vallejo, and then the knives themselves, we have used a Stormhost silver because we wanted a nice and bright silver. For the gem parts, we're using Retributor armor just to match with our other models, and I've just gone back into doing the hair, and here I am using Corex white just to cover the whole model, because I thought the airbrush wasn't really doing it for me, and it was basically just spraying it everywhere and ruining all the work that I've already done. Yeah, so we're using Astra Granite. So as I mentioned in previous videos, I prefer to use sand, but I've got Astra Granite, so I'm just using that now. And now we're using a shade from GW, and that is Reikland Flesh Shade, and we're just putting that on all of our metal parts. The gem, we are starting with Calidor Blue for the blue ones, and Corn Red for the red ones, followed by a highlight of Mephiston Red. We're doing the upper top right corner with Rhinox Hide, and we're doing a highlight on the bottom with Vermilion, followed by a hot orange. Now for the blue, we're using Light Sea Blue for the highlight bit, and there isn't too many of those. I think there is something like 3 or 4 of the gems of the blue ones. And then after we've done that, we're going to be putting a white dot in the upper right corner of each gem, and that really makes it come to life then. And we're doing that on the red gems as well as the blue ones. So here I'm doing another colour, and I am using Sea Grey, and that's to sort of blend in together the Astra Granite that we've already applied, because I have noticed there is a bit of gravel that I haven't painted up yet. So now I've used Scale Colour again, Caribbean Blue, and I've decided that I wanted the ghostly effect lighter, so I've added white into it, and I basically ended up just highlighting some of that ghostly thing. So now I'm dry brushing the base with Longbeard Grey. And I think a dry brush is one of the necessary steps to do, because it makes the base a lot better. So we could have just left it, but then it wouldn't look quite as good as, to be honest with you. And we're also dry brushing the stone bits that we've already done as well. So the eyes we are doing now, we're working on those, and here we're using, I believe it's Corex White, yeah. and yeah, we're just doing both of the eyes like that. Now I have noticed there's a green tint to some of the bits and bobs, so I thought, well, why not use Weight Watcher green and basically just shade in those recessed areas, at least some of them, where it is on the pictures, or if you're using the book as the reference. Now your alternative that you could use is a Phonian camo shade. Just thin that down quite a lot and you should get the same result. Obviously we put the tufts on, just using PVA to attach them, and then I used Apothecary White on her hair just to give it a, you know, a sort of 3D effect. That was the first time I used contrast paint, and to be honest with you, I wasn't particularly happy with it. I didn't like the way it came out. I watched a couple of videos on how to use it, but it still didn't come out that great, so I ended up using Paraxy White as a dry brush to try and save the hair on this model, and I did a dry brush all over for that. Now we're highlighting the gold now using Auric Armor Gold, followed by Liberator Gold, followed by Stormhost Silver, and all of those paints are from Games Workshop. With the rim of the base, we're doing as we normally do with a Abaddon Black, and I thin that down because it's a lot better. Once it's thinned down, it goes on a lot smoother. Otherwise, I really would use the Vallejo Primer Black. That's really nice, and it does the rim of the base quite well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick guide on how to paint this model, and appreciate you getting this far. So if you did, please do consider subscribing, as it really does help the channel grow. I want to be able to put out more content, but at the moment the growth of the channel is a little bit slow, so any support would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Bye bye.